What's up, everyone? For this podcast, I was joined by my friends Ian and James. We discussed about the MVP of the NBA and who the Rookie of the Year will be. If you enjoy, more will come in soon. All right. What's up, guys? So who do you think is the MVP? Giannis Antetokounmpo or LeBron James? Ian, what is your opinion on this?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with Giannis on this one. Now, I can understand where the thoughts from LeBron James comes from, but you got to look at the stats and you got to look at the personality of the player and the teammates. Giannis has he has people, right? But LeBron James has another MVP candidate, and that's Anthony Davis. That's my thought on that. And I think that if Giannis had somebody else like that, like if Giannis still had Malcolm Brogdon and they were still working together, I think he would become a better player. But that's just not the case. And I think that Giannis, he deserves it because he's working harder than LeBron has to work at this because LeBron has the person. LeBron has the easier, better record. He's better off in the team, and Giannis has got to work harder for that.
Makes sense.
His whole life.
Yeah. James, what's your opinion on this?
Probably going to go with 3-3. Really, just like what Ian said. It's like you look at the teammates that Giannis has. He has like Middleton, though Lopez twins. Like they're good players, but the thing is, you look at the Lakers. You see Anthony Davis on that team. You see a lot of like championship players. JaVale McGee on that team. You have a lot of veteran guys on that Lakers team. And I get LeBron's stats, like, yeah, it has to do it for Kobe this year, too, like, represent the Lakers. Because the same thing with, like, Boston's, like, when you saw the Boston Strong thing, they won it right away after that. But, like, you see the same thing with LeBron's, like, he's doing this for a purpose, but Giannis, like, you look at him, he's doing this, like, on another level. From where he started, like, he was a stick figure. Now look at him. He's, like, beat.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just like what you guys said, I mean, to be honest, I really don't think this should be any debate. I mean, Giannis in the Bucks, their team record is 53-12, and they're the first in the East. Now you look at LeBron in the Lakers. They're 49-14, first in the West. Now, again, like what Ian said, like they also had players like Dwight Howard who can rebound the ball very well and also have a superstar like Anthony Davis. Now you look at the Bucks, right? Who do you have? Who else do we have? All they have is Chris Middleton, which Chris Middleton, he had a decent season this year, averaging 21 point. Yeah, right. He's averaging like 21 point something points per game. He's doing all right, but again, not a superstar like Anthony Davis. I mean, you look at LeBron's stats. Anthony Davis has more points per game and rebounds per game than him. I think the only thing that's keeping LeBron in this debate is the amount of assists. And of course, the amount of assists is 10 point something? And which is absolutely ridiculous. It's the first in the league, but I mean, you also have to look at who he has to pass to, which it's obvious why he has such a high, amount of assists.
Yeah, because he's averaging a double-double right now with LeBron. He's averaging 25 a game, 10 assists a game right now.
Exactly. Like Giannis, he's number 3 in the league for most points. And LeBron James isn't even in that top 5. I think
you got to see it. You got to see it from LeBron James' standpoint too. I mean, while he does have Anthony Davis, you can't forget about Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman. Just because he had those players, doesn't take away from his championships. Like, well, I see that and I understand that. Like, there's two sides to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I understand that, but it's just the fact of looking at it like. Still, even with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, like even with that duo. Giannis doesn't even have that. Giannis doesn't have that duo.
He doesn't have he doesn't have somebody like LeBron and Kyrie when they were in Cleveland. That was
Yeah. Like
Curry and Thompson or Curry and Durant. One of those. That's like a match. You see this a lot now. It's more of a duo game in the league.
Yeah.
Bucks, they have Chris Middleton, but they need like a point guard. They don't have like a point guard right now. They have
If they want to get far, they need a point guard.
right.
They don't have that. Like you saw with Toronto last year, you had Lowry, a veteran player, and that's the thing. The Lakers, you look at their roster, got veteran players. JaVale, Davis, Howard, LeBron, Bradley, Rondo, Chris Middleton. On the Bucks, you got like a couple. You got young players, Pat Connaughton, DiVincenzo. They're young.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It is a good point. I mean,
they're young core.
Right. And you know, I mean, to be completely honest, I don't think LeBron should be second in running this. I think James Harden should be number 2. And I understand the reasoning why he's not in this number 2 in this debate over LeBron. It's obviously because of their record. And he also has Russell Westbrook. But he's averaging like 34 points a game. That's ridiculous. Especially in today's game. Like, that's like some crazy stats.
That is incredible. He's
right.
unstoppable offensively.
Offensively, I mean, his play style is insane. It's so hard to defend.
Him and Mike D'Antoni.
Oh, yeah.
7 seconds. 7-second offense. D'Antoni loves it.
Yeah.
And it works.
It does work. But I'm shocked. I'm shocked that Houston isn't like, because looking at like, before the season started, I thought the Clippers were going to be a better team than the Lakers. Now, granted, the Clippers are having a great season. The number 2 in the West, and they have a really good record. But I thought they were going to be better than the Lakers.
Yeah.
Because of their because of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. The way they played last year was insane. Paul George
had an MVP candidate season, and so did Kawhi, and Kawhi won the chip.
Yeah, I mean, Kawhi Leonard.
Paul George was injured though at the beginning of the season, so
yeah.
You have to look at it. He got injured, so you're literally kind of putting it on. Well, the Clippers is still a great team,
right.
Like the question is, when these guys get back from this quarantine, how are they going to feel? The only good thing out of this right now is those guys who are injured, like Durant, they're getting rest. They're healing
right.
up.
Right.
If they go back, KD healthy again, is he gonna play? Is he gonna make a big time run and an MVP try? From winning what year was one? 16?
16,
I think.
Yeah.
You look at it he's had good seasons.
Right.
And I get it, he wanted to change the scenery, but you know what? He's healthy enough by the time this season gets back. They may be off and running. They may got their stuff together. And KD may be like, okay, I'm back shooting lights out like he was when he was at OKC.
I
Right. And trailing on to that, talk about how, all these players after quarantine and how they're gonna be. I mean, Giannis before this whole thing happened, he had a busted up knee, and yeah, no, it was a day-to-day thing. Granted, it may not have been anything, but I mean,
I did see that. I remember that now.
Yeah, I think Milwaukee was gonna play the Celtics, and he had a knee injury day to day. It wasn't a big thing, but still, even those little things, and
you don't want to risk it.
And one of the big things with this whole quarantine thing, these players, and if you're on a roll as a team, like the Lakers were, that's gonna stop their momentum.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's so different from playing day to day rather than taking a long span of time.
Yep.
And we've seen that. We've obviously seen that from players, like between off seasons.
Yeah, or injuries like Gordon Hayward.
Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas is one of the biggest jumps, I think. Fair to say. One of the MVP went to an MVP candidate, and now he's not even on the Wizards. They dropped him.
King of the floor, he was a goat. Back then when he's at Celtics and Celtics.
Yeah, no, he was one of the best. Yeah, I think he was one of the best playoff players.
No, I think the thing is you're gonna have to watch to see what happens in the quarantine. Like you've been watching like the NBA 2K tournament, which I think is a great thing for the NBA to do right now. You see them asking them, "Hey, what have you been doing during this?" They're like, "Oh yeah, I'm trying to work out." And like, you have to stay healthy.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%. Because
so many people aren't.
Yeah.
Especially for all these like NBA guys, like who are like in the middle of the season. They're like. They had probably a month left. They'd probably be in the playoffs by like next month, right? By the start.
Yeah.
In a couple weeks, they'd be starting up. And looking at now they're stuck. Nothing's going on.
Exactly. You'll see them. They're all like experiencing like, their social medias and like you see who's streaming on like
LeBron,
Twitch.
LeBron a lot. He's been streaming a lot.
Oh, has he? Yeah. I know, like, John Morant made like a TikTok.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Jordan Clarkson.
Oh yeah. Yep. All of them.
Trae Young.
Yeah.
Trae Young.
They're all going through what we're going through too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be fun what happens when they get back. You guys see what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen.
It will be very fun to watch. I mean, it will probably. I mean, if it happens, what I've heard was, basketball in August. They're gonna have like the NBA Finals in August. That's like wild.
Were they really thinking that?
Yeah, and Donald Trump came out and said he was like, "Yeah, we want stadiums open, around August or September."
Yeah, because I knew he said that yesterday. The NFL should be fine.
Yeah. But I mean,
biggest toll is going to be baseball and stuff. Baseball's going to take the biggest toll.
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to get political on this, but,
Yeah.
I don't know if he knows, everything that, like, the health officials are going to know. I don't really think there's going to be a time limit on this thing. That, like, you can say, all right, this is when it's going to happen. This is when that's going to happen. I think it's going to be a progressive. Right. It'll just be interesting.
Are they going to be able to, like, keep up their physical status right now? Like, are they going to be, like, sluggish?
Right.
Are you going to see, like, Jonathan Mitchell, like, he had it. Is he going to is it going to take a toll on him when he gets back?
Exactly.
Are you going to need to, like, even though he's been in isolation, he's already been done with isolation. I think he was playing tonight in that 2K tournament. Is he going to be healthy enough to play?
Right.
You're going to see, like, LeBron, I think he's training, he's taking time into Stanley. Giannis, the same thing, is who's going to be healthy, who's going to be physically ready. Yeah, you'll be able to tell right off the bat who's been slacking.
100%. 100%, Ian.
But you're going to have to look at, like, they're going to have to still, like, keep eating right and stuff, but, like, I get it, you have nothing to do.
Yeah, right.
Like, okay, yeah, like, maybe you ate, like, this once, and that was it, but is that going to take something away from the game that you had?
Right.
That's why you got to keep out there. Did you guys see that on that Instagram post of Marcus Stroman's bullpen?
No.
I haven't seen that yet.
So we had a bullpen, and it was like...
I'll pull it up right here.
He has like a private house and everything, and on his dock, he had a bullpen.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. The bullpen.
Oh, really?
That's the idea right there,
That's actually sick.
It was super cool.
Mitch Moreland did it, too.
Yeah, in his barn, right?
Yeah, he rebuilt his whole barn.
That's an awesome idea, and especially those people, they've got money. They've got money to spend, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, we're not trying to get off topic here.
A little bit.
But yeah, when it comes down to it, the MVP is going to have to do things to stay in the race for the MVP, or else we'll be able to tell when they come back.
Right. And, no shot at Giannis, but I don't know if he'll, how he'll be in the playoffs after this quarantine. And I'll tell you this, why. LeBron James, he's already got his family, granted he may spend some extra time with them or whatever. Giannis, his wife or girlfriend, I think it's girlfriend, is pregnant. Now, I think Giannis might, he might spend time with her.
Yeah,
like during this quarantine.
I thought he already had a kid.
Am I wrong?
I
Huh.
don't know if Giannis already has a kid.
I don't think he does.
Not that I know of.
I thought they were trying to hide his kid to not be it's social media famous for the baby.
Ooh, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll do some research after.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah, he does have a kid.
He does?
Yeah. Announced Monday on Twitter that he's going to fall after the birth of his son, Liam Charles Antetokounmpo.
Oh wow. And yet again, I think that might take a toll on him for, you just gotta pay attention to your baby, right?
Yeah, you got to.
Right? It's newborn. Who knows? It all depends on, how Giannis approaches this quarantine, and how he'll play after.
His brothers won, so I heard.
Yeah, one of his brother is on the Bucks with him, and then the other one, who's he play for? Does he play for the Lakers?
Lakers.
Yeah.
Does he still have one in college, or are they all
No, they're all in
high school.
Okay.
Oh.
One's in high school.
He has a very young brother.
Senior.
Yeah.
The youngest is, I think the youngest is on the Lakers, or the second youngest is on the Bucks, maybe, or the Lakers.
Yeah, I know he's got a brother on the Bucks and Lakers. It's crazy how how just one family can get that athletic,
It's like, the Fall family.
I know.
Yeah, so it's Hostess is on the Lakers. The youngest one is Alex. Alex is Antetokounmpo.
Yep.
The one in high school right now. And the one in the Bucks is Thomas Antetokounmpo. Danis or something like that.
Yeah.
No, that's going to be fun to see how the NBA is how the MVP race is going to come off this quarantine, though.
Right.
That's the same thing, the Rookie of the Year, all of the awards the NBA is going to have is they're going to look at it, okay, what happened after the quarantine, too.
Yep. Right.
Yep.
Unless they go right into the playoffs.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. It definitely will be interesting to see what happens after this quarantine.
Yeah. There'll be a lot of surprises, I bet.
Now, the Rookie of the Year. We got Ja Morant and Zion Williamson.
Ja Morant.
Who do we have?
You can't take it from Ja.
I don't think you can.
You can't.
Because Ja's been playing since the beginning of the season. Zion's only played 22 games or something.
Yeah.
23, I think.
Now, that's not to take away.
Sometimes
Zion's
right after the All-Star break, he came back. I get it. He's had amazing games since then, but you compare that to the whole season. You have to put it into perspective. Okay, he did this during a 22 games still, but Ja did this, and he's played how many back-to-back games in a row? Zion's played one or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
He has has good numbers offensively, defensively, but it's gonna be this who played longer. Look at this. Look at you have to look at from Zion's start of the season. You look at from Zion's start. From that point on, it may be different, but you also have to look at the beginning of the season.
Well, if you're talking about who played better in their time, that's a completely different story because I think Zion Williamson might be the next superstar.
Oh yeah.
Is that fair to say? I mean, granted, I think John Morant is a great player. I think he's one to lead a team. If we're talking about them in their time, like Zion playing, in the same amount of time as John Morant, without his injury, I think Zion is gonna be the next superstar. Fair to say?
There's no doubt that Zion would most definitely probably be a front runner for Rookie of the Year if he had played all season. But that's the thing is that he hadn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to hear your opinions on this. If Zion sat out the whole season and he had a breakout year next year, would you count this as rookie season?
Yes.
You would.
I mean, no. Didn't Ben Simmons win the Rookie of the Year? Like his.
He was bench practically the whole season.
Yeah, he got it his second or third year. Second year. Yeah. Right. And
the thing is, if the NBA has to make a rule on that, it's you can't just come on and say, "Oh yeah, I decided to do this on this side because I didn't want to play." If you're going to that, you should have waited in college another month.
Right.
You should have waited in college another year.
Yep.
And because you know what? How much money did they just waste on a first round pick who sat on the bench? Where you could have probably had a better player.
Right. Well, for that season. For that season.
Yeah, but you wasted a whole pick just so you could sit on the bench all season.
But I mean, if we're talking about the Pelicans, I don't think they wasted a pick.
Oh no, they didn't.
I think that was probably one of the best picks they've made.
Minus picking Anthony Davis.
Hey, James, I think that will be the best decision the Pelicans made, and I'll tell you why. You look at Zion Williamson, right? He played unbelievable in the time he played.
Yeah, he did.
And you got to think about this. He just came back from an injury.
Yeah.
An injury that stopped him from playing basketball for almost an entire year. Right? And if if you look at the stats,
We see people bounce back like that.
Exactly. When you see somebody bounce back like that, and you're looking at the stats, a couple of the stats, he's playing better than LeBron came right out of high school. So if he's playing better than LeBron, I think he's on track to be maybe better than LeBron in the future. I think if he switched up to a couple teams or gets a couple players to the Pelicans, I think they will be a championship team in the next 2-4 years.
So I guess we're trying to get some veteran players on that Pelicans team. Get it. Brandon Ingram, he's played for a bit. Lonzo's played for only 2 years already. This is probably one of Lonzo's best seasons playing right now.
Yeah.
Yep. He's having a great season.
He didn't have much. That's a young core. And you gotta look at their bench too. They don't have many better players. They have probably a couple. They probably have 2 or 3 veterans on that team. Everybody's saying, "Oh, they're gonna make the playoffs because they have Zion, they have Lonzo, Brandon Ingram."
Yeah.
Jake, they have Redick, don't they too?
Who?
JJ Redick.
Yeah.
Yeah. He hasn't missed a playoff at all yet. I'm
well.
I don't know. They're probably the 10th seed right now in the West, 9. They're somewhere up there.
They're good, but they got a ways to go before they want to be a championship team.
Right.
I think that's the thing. You don't have a veteran player on the team right now.
Yeah. No, that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
You need a Kemba Walker or something to come in there. That's why what the Celtics did was when they brought Kemba, he was a guy who could play, just wasn't on the right team.
Yeah.
So I would say like I don't think they need a player like Kemba. Now I understand like if you're talking about experience wise, yeah, like I think they do need somebody with more experience, but like they already have a player like Kemba, Lonzo Ball. Maybe of course Lonzo isn't as good as Kemba. Fair to say, I think what they need is a better rebounder with Zion, right?
Yeah.
They have what's his name from Utah last year. I can't think of his name anymore. He's a big dude. Rudy Gobert, someone else. Who was a big two in Utah last year?
Oh, what's his name?
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what his name is, so I can't think of it. Derek Favors.
Who?
Oh, yeah, he's good.
Favors.
Oh,
Favors.
yeah.
Now, I was trying to think what it was.
He's a good player.
He is a good player.
That's the thing. That's like their four. That's their big. That him, JJ Redick. They had Okafor on their team too.
Is he still with them?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
That's like. Oh, Drew Holiday. They got a couple better.
No, I know. Trust me. I just think they need another rebounder. Maybe like, I mean, I'm gonna say Taco Fall, somebody that can rebound.
The thing is, they need to find someone who. The thing is, I'm looking at the roster right now. They don't have many small forwards. 1, 2, 3.
Right.
They got 4 small forwards. Like they got Josh Hart's like their biggest, like small forward on the team, like their big name small forward.
Yeah.
You don't have many others after that. Because they say Brandon Ingram's a power forward.
Well, I mean, I guess you can put Brandon Ingram on small forward and have Zion for power forward, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but the thing about Zion, he's not that tall. I mean, granted, how much of a beast he is, he's only 6'6". I mean,
6'7".
I think he's 6'6".
He is 6'6", actually.
Yeah, it's shocking.
And he's young.
I mean, 19 and playing that well,
Because right now he's averaging 23.6 points a game with 6.8 rebounds.
Right.
So at least 2 assists a game. It's not bad for a rookie first year coming off an injury.
Right.
Yeah, he hasn't been in that long, but in the time that he has been on, he was able to adjust fast and quick, and that is definitely something that could help to foresee his future, I think.
Right. I mean, because it doesn't matter how dominant you. Sorry, you can go.
Like he only played like 1 or 2 summer league games. Zion, where like I think Ja played a couple more. We had experience with like some of these like first year, second year players.
Yep.
He played against not even that much. They played like half the games they got called. But like if I'm looking at Ja's stats right now, they're low. He had against the Mavs, he had 11 points.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
But again, Ja Morant, I mean, he plays like a playmaker.
Oh yeah, he can bring the ball, he can do everything.
Exactly. Like he's not all about scoring. And plus, I mean, you can't really take away all scoring from him, because I think he's like a good fit for Memphis Grizzlies,
Oh yeah, that's the thing that Memphis needs. They need to find a lineup. They need to find some players that they want to play. They need to get.
Right.
Do you think Ja Morant will be an All-Star next year?
At least the next 2 years, he should be one.
Next year. So, I mean, you really just gotta see. I mean, it just depends on how he grows over this offseason, right?
Yep.
I mean, that's the thing that I like to see, like, in the summers, like, you see these guys with, like, better players. You saw Tatum with Kobe before he passed. Like,
right.
And look at him now, he's doing amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is really a model of Kobe's game.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Look into it.
Like
Jason
you
Tatum.
know, like Tatum,
Oh, yeah,
like,
Jason.
worked with Kobe over the summer.
Yeah,
You saw how much his game progressed.
And
right.
Those are what these young players like Ja and Zion need.
Yeah,
That's the one thing I'm expecting to see this summer over with Ja and Zion is going to a veteran player saying, "Can you help me get better?" And I bet I can tell you now, they're not going to say no. They're going to say yes. Because you know what? You're going to help my game get better, and I'm going to help your game get better.
Right.
They're not going to see this. Oh, I'm wasting my time getting you better, but I'm not getting better. You're going to get better from helping him get better. Like
And a lot of these,
see it.
yeah, and a lot of these kids like you look at Jason Tatum, like he met LeBron James when he was a kid.
Yeah.
In the league, right? Like these kids are their idols. Now they get to learn from them.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
insane.
exactly.
I mean, that's like us watching Zion, Jason Tatum, and then one day playing
Play
them.
with them.
It's
Right?
it's
Like
insane.
that.
It's crazy.
Like a dream.
Yeah,
That was like Davis playing with LeBron.
Yeah. Or that video where who was it? It was like Devin Booker and D'Angelo Russell watching watching who?
Zach LaVine, right?
No, they were watching. Was it Zach LaVine? I don't know, but they were watching like.
No, I'm sorry. Zach LaVine was in the video. They were watching Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin, right? He did like through the legs, and he didn't even stretch. That video. It's crazy to watch that. It's crazy to watch that how they're just looking up to Blake Griffin's game. They're like, yeah, and then one day they just playing against them. Yeah.
That's the thing is that you gotta see like how these guys progress throughout a year. Who are they gonna try and have help them throughout their career? Because you have a personal trainer, but he may have played in the league, but he's not playing now. He can't go into like a week and say, okay, I just learned this guy's whole arsenal. There's no way you can do that because it changes every game, every day.
It's a situational game.
Of course.
So like, I like how like they do they go to somebody who knows the game and they're like, if you help me get better, I'm gonna help you get better. Like Paul George went to Kawhi went to Kobe.
Yep.
And look at Kawhi's offense now, past 2 years, compared to before. It was just a defense for him.
Right.
He was big on defense.
His mid range is now unstoppable. You look at that after the Kobe Bryant thing. That's where it comes from.
Yeah.
Dirk and Kobe, they have that's the same fadeaway. Yeah. Because you know what? Kobe said, I think it was Dirk originally had it. Kobe saw it. He's like, I want that. Practice it, got it. He got better.
That's how the player he is. It was.
Yeah.